Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, essentially what you're going to be talking about is how to make money or how to make passive income through dividend investing. Now if you've been on this channel for long, you know I'm always talking about investing, and my strategy is investing for the long term, usually in growth stock. But one thing that I've been planning to get into is dividend investing, because first of all, you need to get a well diversified portfolio, and trying dividend investing is one sure way to do that. So in today's video, that's what we're going to be talking about: how to make passive income through dividend investing. Now if you don't know what passive income is, basically it is putting in initial capital at the beginning stages so that you can reap the benefits at the later stages. So that's where you normally hear get paid whilst you sleep, and this does not just mean that you get paid whilst you do nothing, you just sleep like that, but you've done the work so early, or you've done the work earlier, that now you can just relax and just get paid. Doing nothing, you just relax and get paid. So basically that's passive income, and there's a lot of ways to achieve or gain passive income, and one of the ways, or at least the ways that I'm going to at least show you guys, is through dividend investing. So if you're interested, then make sure to watch to the very end of the video, and please subscribe. Please, you can't be watching my videos to the very end without subscribing. Please subscribe, and let's get into it. Sit by myself. So before we start, what is dividend investing, or what is dividends? Well, basically this is cash that companies pay you for owning their stock. So it's somehow like a bonus they give to you as a reward for owning their shares or their stock. And let me give you an example of that. MTN, if you own, let's say, MTN shares, at the end of the month or year or even quarterly, they pay the dividends out, either quarterly or yearly, depending on how the particular company structures it. So from the example, you own MTN share, so at the end of maybe 4 months, if it is quarterly, or maybe at the end of the year, if it's the dividends payout is yearly, then MTN might be like they'll pay you 1% of each share you own as a reward for owning their share. And this is basically a way for companies to attract investors, because in a way you do get some form of money. In a way, you don't just own the shares, which can also grow in value, but you do get some form of passive income, as I can put it. So if you were to look at someone like me, I invest more into good stock, or that's what I usually invest in for, because I'm someone who likes seeing capital gains or equity in my share prices. I would rather go for the appreciation in the share price than monthly or quarterly or yearly payments in the form of dividends. But a friend of mine, I'm not going to mention his name, he invests way more. I would like to think he invests way more into dividend stocks, because he prefers that quarterly or yearly dividend payout that comes, or that peg that comes with dividend investing. Now, I wouldn't say one way of investing is better than another way. It just has to do with what you prefer, but in a way to at least have a well balanced portfolio. You shouldn't just invest into one types of stock, being it tech stocks, good stocks, dividend stocks. You should at least have a well balanced portfolio that at least your risk is reduced, and that's what actually got me into this whole investing into dividend stocks. And you don't have to break a leg and arm to start with dividends investing. I think started with 100 Ghana cedis. That's the first dividend stock I bought. I'm going to talk more about that, about the dividend stocks I own or planning on buying, and how much they give in terms of payout, but in a different video, not in this one. So make sure to subscribe, so when I make that video, you can watch that as well. Now, one thing I want to talk about, I want you guys to really be critical about before you dive deep into dividend investing, is the payout ratio. Now basically what this is the amount that companies pay out in terms of dividends, as to, or compared to the amount that the companies make in terms of earning. So the dividends payout companies make as to its earnings, or per earning that the company make. I don't know if you guys really understand what I just said there, but basically, this is one gray area that a lot of people tend to make a mistake with when it comes to dividend investing. They usually go in for, or they check the percentage that the company is giving out. If it's a very high dividend percentage, then they usually go in for that. But that's totally wrong, because let me give you an example. Let's say there's two companies, and one is giving out a payout ratio of, let's say, 50%, and the other is giving a payout ratio of 5% or 2%, depending. Let's just make it 2%. Now, new investors will usually go in for the 50% payout ratio as to the 2% payout ratio, without actually checking the earnings the company is making. Because if the company is making earnings of maybe 2 million per year, and paying 50% in revenue, which is about 1 million, then usually that's bad. That's just a way that new companies or stable companies use to trick new investors to try and buy their share price, giving ridiculous payout ratios or dividend payout ratios. And this, I would say, is if the deal is too good to be true, then usually it is. Like, when it comes to investing, when something is too good to be true, then usually it is too good to be true. So that's company A. So with the company B, paying 2%, it's just paying a small percentage of dividend to attract investors to try and buy their share price, but it's still having enough revenue or enough earnings that is able to grow the company and still make profits for the company. So I don't think any stable company would pay out all or even half of their revenue or earnings as dividends. So you should usually just check that out. If a company is giving high amounts of percentage as payout ratios, then usually it's a bad sign, and you shouldn't. I would advise that you shouldn't really go in for those companies. Now that we've talked about all the essential things, now how to actually use dividend investing to make passive income. Now this is extremely easy. Now let me just use an example, and this is the most basic example you can ever think about, because let's just go into it. Now let me just use MTN, because this, I think, one of the easiest dividend investing stocks or share price that is in Ghana. One of the easiest dividend investing companies in Ghana. So if you buy MTN share price, I think one is 1 cedi and 5 pesos at the time that I'm recording video, but let me just say one is 1 cedi. So you buy 100 shares, which is basically buying 100 cedis of MTN share prices. Now MTN is paying a dividend quarterly at about 1%. I'm not sure, but let's just use 1% for the example's sake. So 1% of each share at 1 cedi basically would make the I'm trying to get the calculation right. So from the example, I don't really think my calculation is correct, but let's just use an example. So basically, they are paying you 10 cedis quarterly for the 100 shares you own of MTN. So you get paid 10 cedis quarterly as dividend by MTN. And some might say, wow, this is not really a lot, but you have to think that, okay, yes, this is just money you made literally doing nothing. And the more you grow it, or the more you consistently like put in money, then the potential for you to grow, or the potential for you to make more passive income from this MTN share is great. It's very, very, very possible. And let's see, now instead of the 100 cedi share, you now consistently invest into MTN. Now you own 1,000 shares of MTN. Now these 10 cedis can become 100 Ghana cedis if you continuously invest into it. You can own maybe 10,000 shares of MTN. Now instead of 100 cedis, you get paid quarterly. Quarterly is for 3 months? I think 4 months. You get paid quarterly. Every quarterly you get paid 1,000 Ghana cedis. So a year you can get paid about 3,000 or 4,000 Ghana cedis just as dividends payouts. But this is money you can use for literally anything, any expense you want. Maybe there's something you were wanting to buy, or it's just passive income you didn't work for, but just an extra source of income that can just hit your bank account, and you can use it for anything, or you can reinvest it back into MTN and make more dividend income as time progresses. So that's basically how you can make money, or make passive income through dividend investing. And there's one thing I would like to get more into. Like I said, I would make a video showing the dividend stocks that I own and how much they pay in dividends, and the ones I'm also planning to invest into. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to watch that. So yeah, guys, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching to the very end. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Please, it really helps me out. You can't just be watching a video without. Please, I need you to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and comment down below what you think of this video. This video isn't like my normal videos where I usually research and give you guys facts and things. This is just something that I have been thinking about, that's in my head, I've learned from experience, that I think will benefit you guys. So thank you so much, and till meet again, have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.